Hello and welcome to today's Waste 360 Coffee Talk. I'm here with John Gerra, Senior Director of Business Development for BYD Trucks. How are you today, John?
Doing great. Thanks for having me, Stefanie.
Great. Well, thank you so much for joining us. So can you just first start off by telling us a little bit about BYD Trucks?
Sure. So BYD Trucks is a business unit for BYD, which is one of the largest battery manufacturers in the world. We started back in the mid-90s as a battery manufacturer, and since then have grown into one of the largest battery manufacturers in the world. By the end of this year, we'll have over 60 gigawatt hours of annual battery production capacity, and that's a lot of battery energy that we're able to produce on an annual basis right there. We have a lot of different applications for our batteries that we're involved with: cars, buses, forklifts, and heavy-duty trucks. We started building heavy-duty trucks about 7 years ago, and it was a logical application for our battery technology based on the safety, reliability, and longevity of our battery systems. We can operate our heavy-duty trucks for many, many years reliably and safely, and put these trucks out on the road to work with true zero emissions.
You want to get these trucks on the road with this efficient battery and reducing emissions. So what countries are you currently in, and do you have any plans to expand to America?
Yeah, absolutely. So right now, globally, we have over 13,000 electric trucks in service. Of course, we manufacture all different other types of vehicles: cars, buses, forklifts, ground support equipment for airports, mining equipment, earth moving equipment, you name it, we build it, and it's all zero emission electric vehicle technology. We operate pretty much globally on every continent, essentially. And for the most part, our largest market right now is Asia, and then South America. We have a significant footprint, as well as Europe, and now building out our operations in North America to support the US, Canadian, and Mexico markets. So we are in the process of expanding our US operations. We currently have a 500,000 square foot manufacturing plant in Lancaster, California, as well as a separate plant for battery assembly for the US market. And roughly 750 union jobs in Lancaster. Total US employee base is about 1,000 US employees now, and we're growing every day, expanding our operations, hiring more people, training the workforce, and building a business to support the US truck market.
You're talking about this mass expansion. Can you tell me a little bit, kind of going, how this battery technology has changed since you started the company as a battery manufacturer and kind of moved into the heavy-duty trucking industry?
Sure. So as I mentioned earlier, we did start as a battery company back in 1995, and we started designing and manufacturing some of the first cell phone batteries for phones. We have constantly reinvested billions of US dollars into research and development to develop the chemistry, develop our manufacturing capability, and continuously improve that battery chemistry to be able to store more energy in a smaller space with higher safety factor. And so today we're now at, by the end of this year, we'll have roughly 60 gigawatt hours of annual production capacity, and that is a lot of capacity. And those batteries go into all of our different applications. Going into model year 2021 trucks, we will have our most advanced BYD iron phosphate battery systems deployed in these trucks, offering the highest reliability, safety, and longevity of any battery system in the world. And of course, with that comes the BYD factory warranty on those batteries as well. So when you put a BYD truck to work, You get the BYD truck, not only the truck, but the BYD battery system, control system, and motor system. And that entire propulsion system in that truck is also designed and manufactured by BYD as a system to operate with the highest performance, reliability, and longevity.
So going to, the building of these batteries and these trucks, where are these trucks built?
We have a 500,000 square foot manufacturing plant in Lancaster, California, to support the U.S. market, and that's in northern LA County. All of our trucks for the U.S. market are assembled in Lancaster. In addition, we have a separate manufacturing plant for our batteries for the U.S. market. So the batteries are assembled in the United States now as well. We have a global footprint as well as a global supply chain. We source materials and components from a number of different suppliers, including a number of large U.S. suppliers such as Hendrickson and Bendix and Wabco and other major component suppliers for our trucks. And then, of course, we work for the waste industry. We work with all of the U.S. bodybuilders as well, such as Heil, New Way, AMREP, Curb Tender, and really for our refuse trucks, our refuse chassis is designed to be able to accommodate all major body configurations to be able to provide a seamless transition to electric for the end user, so they don't have to try to integrate some sort of new body into their operations. They can use the same body that they've been using before from their trusted body manufacturer and put that on a reliable electric BYD platform.
So you mentioned, the platform, the longevity of the battery, and you keep alluding to the safety. Can you tell us a little bit more about the safety of the battery?
Sure. So all of BYD batteries must pass a very rigorous safety program. We put our batteries through extensive safety testing, destructive testing, to ensure that in the event of a worst case scenario, the battery doesn't cause some other sort of catastrophic event. So we put our batteries through tests such as crushing them in a hydraulic press. We pierce the batteries with a steel spike. We submerge them in water, salt spray test, short circuit test, external fire test. One of the most extreme tests that we put our batteries through is the short circuit test, where we actually short the terminals on the battery and rapidly discharge that battery to ensure that in the event of a worst case scenario, the battery does not cause any further catastrophic damage. So very confident in making the statement that BYD iron phosphate batteries are the safest, longest lasting, and highest reliability batteries in the world. And with a BYD truck, you get that BYD battery, and BYD is here to back it up.
So what distinguishes BYD's technology from other electric trucks then?
BYD is a fully vertically integrated vehicle manufacturer. And when I say vertically integrated, we design and manufacture the majority of electrical components that also goes into that truck. So one of our other large businesses is electronics manufacturing. We manufacture smartphones, tablets, computers for some of the biggest computer names in the industry as a component manufacturer, but also as a full assembly manufacturer. So with BYD, not only do you get the batteries, but you're also getting a BYD control system. All the processors and critical components that manage all of the energy are also BYD manufactured components, as well as the propulsion motors and drive assembly. So that entire core system, the entire propulsion system, from battery to controls to drive axle, is all designed as a system by BYD. And because of that system philosophy that we have, you have increased performance, increased efficiency, and high reliability. In addition, if there's ever an issue with that system, the end user knows who to call because every single component in that system was designed by BYD and is covered under a BYD factory warranty.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. Do you have any final thoughts or comments on the battery, on technology, on BYD?
Well, if anybody has any further questions, they can reach out to BYD Trucks through our website. It's easily accessible online. And Stefanie, thank you very much for your time today. I really appreciate it. Happy to be here and happy to participate.
Thank you. And thank you everyone for joining us for this Waste 360 Coffee Talk.